Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are talking about the 5 things that every woman needs to know about a man. I personally think that this is a very important topic because not much is out there, honestly, about educating women on what men want and how to treat a man. And that kind of leads in to our number 1. Men spend their entire lives being taught how to treat a woman, but a woman spends her entire life being told how she should be treated by a man, but not how she should treat a man. And what this means is that as a woman, you probably don't know how that man actually wants to be treated, aka loved. Because you might think that he wants to be given flowers and thrown surprise parties and to have a perfectly clean house and to have fancy coffee and to be posted on social media with a paragraph long description of why you love him so much. But ladies, that is how you want to be loved. It is not the same for him because most men want respect and appreciation before anything else. He wants you to only talk good about him with others. He wants you to be genuine. He wants any issues to be talked about between you two before bringing in anyone else's opinion. He wants you to be loyal because anything less is disrespectful. He wants you to be happy. He wants you to be his peaceful space for him to come home to, which stems from a place of appreciation for all that he does. Number 2, men desire other forms of intimacy other than you know what. Like ladies, he wants to be touched in very simple ways, but frequently. This can be in the form of holding hands, you just holding his arm, cuddling, you scratching the back of his neck, playing with his hair if he has hair, giving him a back massage, all of that. There are so many ways that he loves to be touched without it needing to be anything more. The problem that I think that a lot of women have is that if they're giving this, and they're touching, they think that it needs to lead to the next thing. So they overthink it and they end up keeping their hands to themselves. Well, ladies, I'm here to tell you that a man would rather you initiate touch to feel connected to you in that way without it leading to anything more. He's honestly really okay with that. Number 3, he will not open up to you unless you really prove yourself to be a safe space. Because men already have a harder time being vulnerable simply because it's less acceptable for them to be vulnerable in our culture. There is a lot of history behind this. But on top of that, it's possible, kind of likely, that he has had a negative experience with opening up to a woman in the past and it really coming back to bite him. She may have used it as ammunition down the line, when he made her upset, or she may have disrespected his privacy and she shared that information with others outside of the relationship. Or she may have simply treated him differently afterwards because she actually saw him differently. Now, the latter is because she's attracted to that toxic masculinity in which she believes that a man shouldn't have any weaknesses. Otherwise, he becomes unattractive in her eyes. That's a really tough one for men that have been through this because I will say not all women are like this. But when you have that trust breached, it's just really hard. Number 4, men really, really, really want to feel loved for who they are as a person and not just for what they can provide. And don't get me wrong, number 5 will clarify him wanting to or not wanting to provide. But with that aside, a man really does just want to be loved. Because if he's loved by a woman, like truly loved, he knows that means that she will be his ride or die. She won't be one that thinks that the grass is greener because she's not looking at that superficial surface of another person and getting drawn to that. No, a ride or die is loyal. As long as he honors her, he knows that they can get through the ups and downs of life. And lastly, guys, number 5, most men have no problem working and giving more to a woman than what he receives. He doesn't really want 50-50. He doesn't desire to have separate bank accounts when married someday. And this is because he really doesn't want to take tally. He just wants to do like as much as he's capable of doing. And whatever his woman contributes, as long as she's doing the first 4 things that I already talked about, he's really okay with contributing more work if it means that his woman is happy, because it's a cycle. He knows that if his woman is happy, she is way more likely to understand the first 4 things and give him what he needs most. That is it, guys. Let me know, as always, in the comments if you agree or disagree, and I will see you next week.